All right, so I'm here over at the HiFiMan booth, and I have some of their new headphones over here. This is the Edition XV, I think that's 15. It's been redesigned with a new headband. It definitely feels a bit more solid than the previous one, although the suspension strap system didn't actually really change that much. It's just a bit different. No complaints with the comfort whatsoever. Feels nice on my head. It fits nicely. It is still a bit of a larger headphone overall. It does sound quite good in my opinion. Nicely filled in the mids, good body to the bass. The treble, you don't get that huge, upper treble peakiness to it that I think some of the previous HiFiMan headphones had. Instead, it's more of a series of micro peaks that are a little more shaved down on this one. So I think it's a pretty good headphone, a good update to their lineup. And I have the new HiFiMan Ananda Unveiled. Try not to touch the driver. Fits fine on my head. Clamp force is good, maybe still a bit large, but overall it's fine. Now, the most interesting thing about this headphone to me, the first thing I noticed when I put it on was that the bass thump on it, the punchiness, the impact is really quite something. And however, when it builds into the chorus, it's sort of the mid-range region, it does get a little bit too forward, a bit too short. Kind of everything sort of compresses together. So depending on the music that you listen to, it can be a bit much. The treble is pretty prominent on this one, but I wouldn't say out of line for what you might expect from a typical HiFiMan. All right, once again, over here at HiFiMan, I have the HE1000 Unveiled, of course. I really quite like this headphone. I heard 3 different headphones so far, the Ananda Edition 15 and now the HE1000. I feel like this is the nicest blend between the 3. It has a really, really nice, once again, that bass punch and dynamism. It's not as forward as the Ananda Unveiled. It doesn't have that, when it comes to the big choruses, it doesn't kind of like crunch up everything. It is a little bit sharp, and you still get some of those, audiophile brightness, so to speak. But it is still, I would say, pretty well controlled. It's not definitely as bad as some of the previous HiFiMan headphones. So yeah, this one I quite like. I don't know what the price is. 这个是多少钱的?
3,000.
All right, so this would be a $3,000 headphone, which is a bit expensive, but that's audiophile for you.